What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. Today, we're going to be doing a horror movie haul for all the movies that I got in this past month, so November, on till pretty much now, although I've saved some aside for next haul so that you guys can look forward to that. Believe me, we already got stuff going. We already got stuff planned, so let's get into it. Also, I want to let you guys know that this is also going to have a lot of Dollar Tree finds that you can get in your store, possibly, that you might be able to find for you. I am a few days behind on this video, so they may or may not be there, but these are ones that we got at the Dollar Tree too, so they'll be towards the end of the video. First up, we got The Last Broadcast, which is an infamous film from 1998, actually, year before the Blair Witch Project actually released. This is another one of those sort of faux documentary sort of found footage films that they did before the Blair Witch and was pretty unknown at the time, but did a lot of the same things that the Blair Witch did, just didn't have the marketing budget for it. Plemke, one of my viewers and of course friends and of course person that comes to the stream all the time and supports the channel and everything, he bought this for the haul so that we could share with you guys. Thank you so much, Plemke. This is one of the first ones from 101. I don't know if you can see that there. They're a new sort of boutique that this is their first film that they've released on it. It actually comes with like a booklet here with like all about how the movie was made. The features on this are just endless. There was like 10, 15 different documentaries and things about the making of this film and like a new one that they just did. It's really fantastic. This is actually a really nice release. Even if you're not into the movie, we just reviewed this on the podcast, by the way. We did it with another found footage movie. It was called the Poughkeepsie Tapes. But yeah, if you want to check out what we thought about that movie on there, personally, I think this is just a really cool movie to remember and sort of like geek out about in history because it did some things so early on that a lot of people didn't realize. It's not as effective as it was possibly back then, so it's not exactly, you know, like something you're going to rewatch all the time. Kind of like the original Blair Witch is to me, personally. I respect the hell out of it and I love it, but for all the different reasons because I got to experience it back then. This is essentially about a news station that was early access channel back in the day. We used to have all these early access channels before cable came that would just like show like this like really, really low budget fucking sort of, I don't know, not like TV shows and stuff locally that people would like tend to do some weirder stuff just to try to get the attention. These guys like basically find out about the Jersey Devil and they want to do a documentary on the Jersey Devil. They go out into the middle of the woods and never come back except for one person who basically is the only one that knows what happens to them, and they accuse him of murder. But did he or did he do it? One of those kind of things. All done in like a faux documentary style. But anyway, thank you, Plemke, for this. Excellent release by 101. I'm curious to see what they do next. This is region free, by the way.
Look, man. I'll see you back at camp, man.
Up next, we got VHS 94. This is becoming kind of a little bit rare, so I don't know that they're going to be reprinting these. So if you are a fan of this and you saw it on Shudder like I did and enjoyed it and want to collect all the VHSs, I would highly recommend that you try to get it before it goes out of print because you're going to have to wait a long time to get it again. I hope they do the 98 one, I think it was, that just recently got released. VHS 94 is the start of a new generation of VHS movies. A lot of people who saw the original VHS 1 and 2 and maybe didn't like Viral, which was the third one that they did, and they even did like a mini series on like it was like an app that came out for like a little while that was only like minute long videos, and they were trying to like, I think it was like a minute or 3 minute videos, but they tried to do episodes on that, and I've never seen those. There's like 4 episodes, but after that they went into all new hands of some newer people. One of the guys, Brad Muska, who works at the Bloody Disgusting, he is one of the producers on this. It is a little bit more lower budget. budget, but I found this one to be really funny and really fun. It wasn't the funniest out of the bunch necessarily. Like the next one is probably more funny, but one of the segments in this was really funny, and that was by Ryan Prowse, the guy who did Low Life. Hilarious segment in this, but also kind of cool and kind of scary at the same regard. But yeah, I'm really a fan of these, even if they're less budget than the movies got, like that the original two got, because those ones had infinitely better ones. And a lot of people are complaining, oh, these aren't real VHS or whatever, but you got to understand it. Like money isn't just like a thing that we can just pull out of our asses. If it was, we wouldn't be begging for it all the fucking time. So that's just my point of view. I really enjoy when anthologies don't have a whole lot but still try to do a lot and are creative enough to do more than you would expect. I like this one. If you like it, try to pick it up. I think we got this. Oh, this was given to me as a gift from random viewer, by the way. My buddy Dustin, who also is a fan of the stream. I've known him for years now, like almost 10 years now. So thank you, man. I really appreciate this.
Steve! Is that you, boy?
Up next, another one from Plemke, the animated series of The Real Ghostbusters, which is, it's a TV show that I didn't really watch I watched it quite a bit when I was like younger, but I don't remember a whole lot. There's episodes of like the Hellraiser characters, but they change them around to call them like Hell Seekers or something or whatever the hell. But yeah, this was a crazy kind of show that you would have thought would have done the voices of the original cast, but no, definitely not. 50 episodes in this one. Yeah, over 50 episodes. There is over 150 in total. So, but I'm really glad to have this, because, you know, some of these TV shows you never really get to see again. I really like to collect old nostalgic stuff like that, because back in the day, we really didn't have a whole lot. This show wasn't like the most insanely good show, but it was highly entertaining for kids who liked horror. And I think if you enjoy and you're old enough to know, this might be a good show for you to watch. There is a complete version that you can get, I think, on DVD or Blu-ray or something like that online, but I just wanted to get this one in particular because I like each of them in their particular cases. So I may end up getting more, we'll see in the future. But yeah, thank you very much, Plemke, for this. I really appreciate it, man. Up next, we got a couple that I got from MVD Entertainment. If you're not familiar with MVD Entertainment Group, they are a company that does distribution for like Arrow and like Visual Vengeance and like all these different other releasing companies. And they have a shop of their own. Now, they gave me these, which are just the sort of testing discs before they go to print. But these are exactly what's on the disc, just no covers, obviously. First one I did, which was The Leech. You can kind of see it there. It just came out here just this past week, a couple of days ago. Pretty fun movie. I did a review on it, so if you want to check that out, it's up on this channel. Also, I got another one that I'm going to be doing in the future here, which is Nightmare at Noon, which is not necessarily a horror movie, but it is kind of appealing. There's some actors in this movie that you might recognize. I'll definitely do this in the future. Thank you, MVD, for sending that out, but I just wanted to bring it up.
Doc, we think there's something wrong with the water.
Up next, we got The Master. If you've ever been interested about where Scientology sort of comes from and like the story of that, this is sort of supposedly this is probably the most real retelling of what happened back then in a way. It has Philip Seymour Hoffman in it as the guy who plays the Scientology leader. And it also has Joaquin Phoenix in it, who is the guy who is now David Cavish, I think, or something like that. He plays that character, something like that. But there's like this like really dark side of Joaquin Phoenix's sort of role in this, and this is a great Hoffman film. Philip Seymour Hoffman does a really good job in this, but this is a really weird movie. This is a movie that Scientology tried to destroy. Like literally they went out and bought as many copies as they possibly could so that nobody would buy it or whatever, so that the truth wouldn't come out about Scientology. So Christina already has a copy of this used, and she wants to keep this one on top of it because, well, she can basically just have an extra copy in case things go south and they never have them again. She really liked it. This movie, I would say, is 3/4 good. The end kind of flails quite a bit, but the ride there is kind of fun and it's interesting. It's kind of like a biopic sort of way, style of a movie or whatever. But yeah, they never say Scientology, but everything they do in it is exactly Scientology. So if you've ever been interested in that kind of stuff, this is pretty fascinating. Dollar Tree. We got it there for $1. Up next, we got It Chapter 1 on Blu-ray, which we already have a copy of this, actually, and you've probably already seen it yourself if you don't already own a copy, but this is going into our giveaway pile where we do our giveaways every so often. You can sign up at longlivethevoid.com and check out our VIP club section, or it's on the front page as well to sign up for it, but we only do giveaways through our sign-up sheet, so you have to sign up through there, but, you know, there's not as many people on that, so you have a really good chance of winning this. But yeah, I liked this movie. I thought the first one was better than the second one, although the second one has a really fun couple of parts in it. I actually don't even own the second one yet, and I would like to get those on 4K at some point in time just to have. But yeah, I still like this one. I thought this was the best one of the two. Up next, we got Spontaneous. Now, this is one of the movies that I did not get to do a review of necessarily, but I did watch it on suggestion from Sinister Cinema Reviews, who Jason basically said, you need to watch this, you probably will like it. And he was right. Christina and I both really enjoyed this movie. It is a little bit of the teenager love story, but it's essentially about a group of kids at school just all of a sudden start popping and blowing up in their classroom, and they don't know why. And they can't figure out why. That's why it's called Spontaneous. But they somehow seem to mix in a love story in this movie with this sort of crazy plot going on. So I would highly recommend this. I think I would have given it an 8 out of 10. It's not necessarily horror, but man, if you like dark comedy, I think you can get into this, even if there is like sort of a love story in it. I think it actually does a really good job of keeping you interested. Christina doesn't even really like love movies or shows or anything like that. So definitely check this out if you can get it at the store for $1. So
Caitlin exploded. What? Like a bomb? No, like balloon? What?
Up next, now this is one I never got to see, but I remember there being some sort of like buzz about it because everybody loves, you know, The Big Lebowski, but I didn't hear much after about this movie. And this is about, of course, the fucking bowling guy who's never, don't fuck with the Jesus, you know, John Turturro plays that character, and I never did see it. Do you guys know if it's any good or not? I mean, for $1, I'm willing to try it out, and it's kind of cool to have since I love, you know, the other movie. Up next, another one at the Dollar Tree. All of these are Dollar Tree finds, by the way, just to make sure. We got Trick, which I started to watch. I wasn't really a big fan of. I never did get to finish it. It was one of the movies I tried to squeeze in at the last minute at the end of the year, and I just didn't have time for it at the time. But I don't remember it being too terrible, and it wasn't as good as Haunt to me, which kind of has a similar feel to it, but not so much. I'm going to give it a shot again and do a review of it in the future, maybe on the podcast. So if you're interested, stay tuned to that. But essentially, this is about some kid on Halloween night named Patrick who basically massacred all his classmates at a costume party. And when he gets arrested, he managed to escape the police custody, but not before being shot 5 times. Everyone believes he must be dead, but when a mass killer reappears the following Halloween and every Halloween after that, they realize that the nightmare is not over. So that's what this movie is about. Not 100% sure if it was any good or not. Let me know if you think I should push this up my list or not. I know it was on Shudder, but I don't think it was a Shudder original. It was just exclusive.
But this is pure evil.
Next up, we got Rampage, the video game adaptation of the famous video game that I used to play at a cabinet at every place that I saw it. I mean, I don't know really if there's any story to this really, but they tried to make one with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and the gorilla in this movie, which the gorilla seems smaller than the other creature, but they do battle in it. It's a CGI fuckfest, but you know, it's one of those movies that you could just pop on and just have fun with. So we figured, why not? Let's just pick it up. We don't own it. Might as well pick it up. Are you guys a fan? Let me know. And then last but not least, we got The Boy. Whoosh. This is about a crazy, creepy little doll that a family has, they pay somebody to watch after, and it's kind of creepy. I don't remember it being all too great. It's got a slower pace to it, and I don't really remember what the ending was, but I know some people really enjoyed this. It just wasn't a huge big, mainstream success or anything like that. But I figured for $1 I'd pick it up and watch it again and see if maybe there was something I missed about it. I know I didn't get to review it, but yeah, can't remember if I even finished it, to be honest with you. But for $1, like I said, man, I take risks, be in that risk pile. So, and I think this is one of them. Did you like this movie? Let me know. And that's it, guys. That's everything I got for this past month. Thank you for the donations. If you guys want to donate to the podcast, you can hit us up and we'll figure out some way to work it out. Or you can go on to our Amazon wish list and we can add it to that and you can buy it there and it'll, send it from wherever without your address or anything like that. It's just a nice, safe way to send gifts if you would like to. But we'll review those movies as long as they're mostly horror. I'll do them on this channel. But yeah. Thank you so much for the gifts, guys. Hope that helps give you an idea of what's at maybe your Dollar Tree. Next month, we'll have more, stuff. Maybe not from the Dollar Tree, but we'll see. Maybe they'll be in there too. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate the ones that watch this video in particular, because this is really just like the love of film and just talking about it. And I appreciate that you guys stick around to maybe get some ideas for yourself to pick up, to go to the store with. So, but yeah, thank you so much for supporting this channel. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button. Ding that little bell with your ding dong. And yeah, long live the void. Beyond